Stay tuned and let's check out this Power Rangers Lightning Collection Mighty Morphin Finster. Pow, and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. And remember, you can now hit that join button and become a channel member as well. Quite simply show some love or join the members club. Much appreciated. Today we are taking a look at the Power Rangers Lightning Collection Mighty Morphin Finster. Now, I managed to get this in the Hasbro Pulse press box, so I am very happy to have him in my hand so early, as he is due to be released at some point next year. And he was definitely a character, definitely a figure I had on pre-order. I was picking up regardless. Not only is he a Mighty Morphin character, he is also one of Rita's original henchmen that live on the moon. And he is the guy that created all the monsters that you see the Power Rangers fight in those early seasons. He makes the monsters out of clay, Rita turns them to real things, and he sends them to Earth. And he comes with lots of accessories that he can do exactly that. You can see a couple of putty monsters made out of clay. That's why they're called putty monsters, get it? And we also get some tools, a rolling pin, a briefcase or a mold of the monsters. It's just a cool looking figure. Definitely a character I was hoping that they'd get around to making, as I had this figure in the bigger scale as a kid. I didn't expect to see him so soon as well, but it's nice to know that that original sort of roundup of people living on the moon are on Hasbro's radar, as we still need Squat and Baboon, I think they are, you know, the big fat blue one and then the bat looking guy. We need them. We've already got Goldar and we've already got Lord Zed, but yeah, Finster's definitely up there in sort of classic villains that was in multiple episodes, so very happy to add him to the shelf so soon. I love the Lightning Collection packaging, simple, sleek, smart, bit of a picture there on the side if you get two, it's a wraparound. On the back, nothing crazy, no bio, no wave association, just a simple shot of the figure. I think this is a digital render though, but it gives you a look of all the accessories. As I said, you can actually attach his rolling pin to his apron, and then he's got a briefcase with some of these molds as well. Just some nice, fun accessories, very character specific. Can't wait to get this guy on the shelf. So let's get them open. Once you remove the box, you get a much better look at all the accessories that Finster comes with. As I said, his briefcase there has actually got some molds of the putty, and then you actually have some putties you can fit in the briefcase, which is a nice touch. Comes with a set of interchangeable hands that you could hardly see in the box, as well as this magnifying glass that sort of goes around his neck as well. So as I said, very character specific tools and accessories, which will make for some fun posing, that is for sure. So let's get them all out. So here we have Finster out of the packaging with his accessories, and this guy looks very nice. First impressions are very high of this guy. Now he looks quite short, but I assure you he's not. If I move them out of the way, we can see his ears do take him past 6 inches, and he wasn't a big, tall, imposing villain either. As I said, he was sort of Rita's minion that made the monsters. So I think he's going to fit very nicely in scale with some of the other figures we already have. But you tell me, what is Finster, by the way? I know I could do a quick Google search, but like, is he an old mouse? Like, is he just a random alien? Is he meant to resemble some sort of animal? I don't know. He just sort of looks like an old man mouse, if you will. I love the articulating jaw, by the way. Just can add so much more expression and character to a pose. Nice butterfly joints as well. Like, this guy is very nicely sculpted, nice detail all the way around. Like, you can even see his apron tied up there at the back. His glasses are a separate piece. This guy is very nice. He really is. First impressions are very high. So I've put his putty already in his briefcase. He's got a pair of interchangeable hands. I'll show you in a second. But I'm assuming these 3 tools can actually live on the figure for display. So I know this will go around the neck. So I'm hoping I can pop off the head, which I can very easily. Let's put on this. So this is the magnifying glass sort of necklace. There you go. There's that. The rolling pin can go in there, I believe. There you go. Rolling pin's gone in there. And then this sort of sculpting tool, I'm assuming, can just go in there and live in there. And there you go. So 3 of his accessories straight away can just live on him. Of course, he can hold the briefcase, I imagine. Yes, of course he can hold the briefcase. Very tight grip as well. That's not going anywhere. The plastic on the hands is a lot harder than the handle on the actual briefcase. But yeah, just look at that. You can get Finster literally on the shelf holding the majority of his accessories. He has got a little tiny sculpting tool that fits into this hand, and I'll show you that in a minute as well. But yeah, first impressions, people. This is very nice. But let's take a closer look. Starting up top, as we always do, Finster's head sculpt is very nice. Definitely accurate to how I picture him, my mind's eye version of Finster. He's got that long snout, and his glasses actually sit on the end of his nose, and these glasses are a separate piece, which are very nicely done. And look at this, articulated jaw. And if you open his mouth wide, you can actually see painted teeth and a tongue in there. So they have not skimped on the details of the mouth. So that is a nice touch for Finster. So let's close that jaw. As I said, nice sort of shape. Looks like he's got a radish for a head, doesn't he? His ears point out at the end of his hair. That blue bandana is a separate piece. Some nice sculpted creases in his head. You've got the gold sort of earring piece, jewelry, if you will, that matches the glasses. The glasses, as I said, are a separate piece, but they're glued in at the bandana, so they're not going anywhere. But yeah, just really, really nice done. Well done, Hasbro. This is beautiful. And the rest of the figure as well is, like, he's got his apron on with all these tools. Now, we've seen that this accessory piece, he could literally hold that up to his eye if you wanted to for posing, which is a nice touch. But yeah, he's got these sculpted tools on his apron with this little fold there. And these can't come out, obviously, they're just sculpted, but still painted very nicely. Moving down to the front of the apron, we've already seen these pieces. Two of these are separate. They do come out, of course, including his rolling pin. The rest of them, the scissors, are just sculpted in there. But still, that is very nice that half of these can actually come out. And the apron on the back is there. You can see it's all tied up. And yeah, this guy is just very nicely sculpted and painted. And the articulation on it for a character that doesn't really do much is crazy as well. Shoulders will go all the way up. Swivel, there is a butterfly joint as well. So look at this, you can get his arms all the way in. So when you've got him holding a putty and he's sculpting away and you need to look at it closely, he can literally bring in those accessories nice and close to his face due to that range of the butterfly joint in there, which is, as I said, there's the butterfly joint. Very nice. He has got a single joint at the elbow though, but it will swivel all the way around. There is a hinge at the hands as well. But yeah, this guy, lots of range up top. There's a ball joint swivel at the waist. So there is a separation in the apron from this bit to the top, but it's so nicely hidden you can't tell. So it's not going to hinder the articulation. If that was one solid piece for an apron, it would hinder the movement. So that is very nicely hidden. And then behind the apron, you can get the legs, and you can see there is a single joint for the knee, and it will go about that far back. There is a swivel up top as well on the legs. There's a nice ankle pivot. There isn't even a boot swivel, like right down here at the boot, at the top of the boots, you can see that swivel. Nice ankle pivot rocker. Yeah, this guy can do the splits. Like Finster can do the splits. Who knew Finster could breakdance, hey? Yeah, this guy's got far much more articulation than this character needs, so no complaints on that department from me. Yeah, this is very, very nice. As I said, very nicely sculpted, nicely painted. Those sleeves are black with the gold trim. Shoulder pads are like silvery with a bit of red there. Yeah, no complaints from me on this figure. More than we deserve for a Finster for the shelf. Very happy. Now, he comes with two C grips for the hands, so you can get him holding this briefcase, which I'll take a closer look at in a second, in either hand. But I do wanted to show you, he comes with a separate set. These hands, this one is more of an open grip, and this one is a bit of a tight grip. And this tiny little accessory, as I said, it probably won't even be able to see on my camera, is like a sculptor's tool that Finster can hold to maybe work on some of those monsters. So this hand here, you can see how it's got like a pinchy grip, and then that way you can actually put this tool, last accessory, in his hand. So once he's holding one of the putties, he can be working on it closely, making some monsters for Rita. So again, just a nice touch, people. So let's look at those monsters. So the briefcase is pretty thick, to be fair, but there's no paint detail on it at all. It's all just one sort of grey piece. But as I said, it is working. So look at that. You've got those hinges at the top. Open it up and look at this, people. Actual sculpted areas for the putties. So that one there is actually stuck in there. That one doesn't come out, I don't believe. Maybe it does. No, it doesn't. It's sculpted in there. And then the rest is gaps for these little accessory pieces. We've actually got tiny little clay putties that fit nicely in those indents there. So they fit flush. Then you can actually close up the briefcase so Finster can carry around some putties just in case. Just in case. So look at that. Right, these can actually come out. So tiny, but again, more than we deserve. And look at this, as I said, Finster can literally hold one of the clay putties with his tools in his other hand and literally work away on the monsters for Rita, which, again, getting him, being able to pose him up on the shelf like this with a bit of expression is just, again, I'm blown away by how much I like this little tiny figure. I do have a bit of a nostalgic attachment to Finster, though. As I said, he was one of the few big villains that I had as a figure when I was a kid. But yeah, this is madness. And another quick look at these two putties. One of them has the boulder on his hand, the other one has the spike, and these are just one solid piece of plastic, very soft. Make sure you don't lose them, but such a nice touch. And as I said, they will fit perfectly in the briefcase. Jumping into some comparisons, how's Finster going to look compared to the rest of the Lightning collection? Here we have a couple of putties, Finster's own creations. Here we have Finster with one of Rita's original henchmen as well, with Golda. And this is the first release of Golda, the Walgreens exclusive with the wings. And again, these two are definitely going to stand next to each other on the shelf. Here we have Finster next to Lord Zed and Rita, and I do think the scale works very nicely with all three of these. I do remember Finster being quite a short guy compared to the other characters, and again, he is shorter here compared to Rita. Not too short though, it's just that her big pointy hat makes her look taller. So yeah, these look great. And here we have Finster next to two of his very early creations with the Pumpkin Rapper and King Thinks. And again, scale works nice. Love these figures, super nostalgic. Here we have Finster compared to one of my favourite villains he ever created out of clay. It is, of course, Pudgy Pig, who was sent to Earth to eat all the food on the planet, but he never quite succeeded, did he? But still, I love him, so go and check out my fuller review of this Hasbro Pulse exclusive Pudgy Pig on the channel right now. And I know Finster didn't interact with the Rangers too much, but still, it's the Lightning collection. Here we have Finster compared to the mighty Morphin Power Rangers. And here we have Finster compared to Worthy Hellfire Hank and Captain Britain. So, final thoughts on this Power Rangers Lightning Collection Mighty Morphin Finster. Now, if you couldn't tell throughout this review, I like this figure a lot. Like, I can't find anything wrong with it. Like, I'm sure there is, and if you do find something, it's just going to be nitpicky. But let me know in the comments below what you don't like about this figure, because this is a unique sculpt, completely pinless, very nicely painted, with the right accessories that are very accurate and, like, fun for the character. Like, look, Finster is a minion for Rita that made the bad guys out of clay. And we've got that figure in the 1/12 scale with the accessories so he can make some minions. We've even got some mini putties that fit in a briefcase, like an articulated jaw, more articulation than this figure deserves. Like, let's be honest, this is a very nice figure. So I'm just going to shut up about it. You let me know what you think in the comments below. But this was undoubtedly a figure I had on pre-order anyway. But shout out to Hasbro for sending it my way. Much appreciated. Going straight on the shelf, I promise you. Now we just need Squat and Baboon, and we've sort of got that original Rita squad, if you will. But let me know in the comments below what you think. And as always, people, if you like what you see here, you like action figure reviews, then please hit that subscribe button. Much appreciated. You can also hit that join button and become a channel member as well. Either show some love or join the members club. Much appreciated. If you want to see more Power Ranger reviews, stick around because there's lots more to come. I'm all in for everything Mighty Morphin. You can follow me on Instagram at It's Dan Who, and I'm on Twitter as well. Tweet me, Dan Who Reviews. And until then, people, my name is Dan W, and I will, of course, see you on the next one.